Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Boston University Men's Ice Hockey here on WTVU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gund. We have Boston University Men's Ice Hockey against St. Cloud State University. BU ranked 10th in the country, St. Cloud State ranked 7th. This is NCAA Northeast Regional first round action out of Albany, New York. We're calling this game remotely. Owen, what are you looking for in this fifth NCAA tournament appearance in 6 tournaments for the Terriers?
Well, I'm excited to see how BU does. They have a lot of exciting young players, especially in their freshman group with Peterson and Tuck, some exciting pieces there, but only 3 players on this team that have played in the NCAA tournament before. So what I'm looking for is how these younger guys and inexperienced guys respond to playing in a game for the first time in this tournament.
Terriers have played St. Cloud State one other time in their history. That was in this exact same situation in the NCAA regional semifinal. Terriers came out on top in that matchup 5-3. Cockrell, Skoog, and Peterson will start for the Terriers. Skoog wins the faceoff back to Vlasic. Vlasic playing alongside Case McCarthy. He dumps it in from the red line. That one bounces out to the blue line to McCarthy. Vlasic sends it up to Cockrell. That one gets lost and taken by St. Cloud State, who clears it down the ice. McCarthy plays it in the corner, takes a hit. Now here comes Cockrell the other way into the neutral zone. They're 2-on-3 here. Cockrell elects to just dump it in. He'll chase. Skoog gets to the puck in the corner, allows for his winger to pick it up. Looks like that might have been Peterson. It was. Now here comes St. Cloud the other way. Shot on, saved easily by the freshman Drew Comesso. Comesso been the top goaltender for much of the year, other than some slight hiatuses that he had to take due to undisclosed reasons. Vlasic plays it in the corner. He tries to shovel it up the half wall, taken at the point by St. Cloud State. That one shot in, but blocked away. Now played by, looks like Brendan Bushy. He'll dump it in, shot on, saved by Comesso. Ends up getting behind the net, shot on, hits the side of the net. Looks like that was Kevin Fitzgerald with the shot. Now Brian plays along the half wall in the offensive zone. He fights for it alongside Chase Brand. Brand manages to clear it out to Fensori. Fensori dumps it back to Ference. Ference tied for the points lead on the Terriers entering this game. Ference carries it into the offensive zone, tries to find a streaking Fensori. That pass couldn't connect. Here comes St. Cloud the other way. Tuck deflects the pass in the middle of the ice. Good job by him to break up the rush. Ference with a good play in the corner. Now here comes Master Simone with it. Master Simone playing first line center. A little bit out of position for him. Normally plays wing. Taken by St. Cloud State in their defensive zone. They dump it out into the neutral zone. That one's picked up by Mietinen. Excuse me. That one dumped in. Played along the half wall. Kaufman fighting for it. He fishes it into the neutral zone. That one finds its way back in and called offsides. Touched up there by Perbix.
And early on, Seth, before we hopped on the broadcast, we talked about St. Cloud having 3 good lines that'll come at you in waves. And that's exactly what they were doing, generating some pressure and on the fly, getting all those lines some action, and Comesso being put to the test a bit early on.
St. Cloud State controls in the neutral zone. They lose the puck, though. Here comes Wise. Wise playing in just his 7th game of the season. He's got 1 point this year, the Reading, Massachusetts native. Vlasic plays it off the boards to McCarthy in the defensive zone, but is picked up at the point by Perbix, who sends it down low. Kaufman fighting for it. Finds his way back up to Perbix at the point. He takes a shot on, saved low by Comesso. That one bounced out, picked up by Wise. Wise skates with it, dumps it from the red line. That one finds its way all the way back, played by Perbix in the defensive zone. He'll hold behind the net, waiting. David Hrenik out of Slovakia, Kings draft pick, is a starting goaltender. Shot on by Corsia, glove save by Hrenik.
Yeah, and
just
some
3 minutes in.
Some good pressure there from the Corsia line for BU, but earlier on, St. Cloud kind of a seeing eye shot and good poise by Comesso. Stay calm and turn that one aside.
Good back and forth action early here. Just 3 minutes into this first period. Skoog loses the faceoff in the offensive zone. That one played up at the point, handed down to his defenseman. I believe that is Captain Spencer Meyer, who dumps it in. Played by Peterson, hands it off to Ferentz, up to Skoog. Skoog looking for Peterson. Gets past, intercepted in the neutral zone. Here comes St. Cloud State the other way, trying to deke in. Good play by Ferentz to break up that rush. And that puck squirts all the way down the other end of the ice. Played by Cockrell in the corner. He sends it along the boards. Good checking there by the Terriers, keeping it in the offensive zone. Boguslavsky pressuring here. It was a good play by Corsia to keep the puck in. St. Cloud content to just hold the puck behind their own net, and they'll start the breakout. Here comes Hentges. He sends one on. That one goes way wide. Picked up in the neutral zone by Jaycox. Jaycox dumps it in, played behind the net by Comesso. He lets Jarman play it in the corner. Now Corsia with it. Corsia sends it over to Armstrong. Armstrong lets that one dump all the way into the corner. Big hit by Boguslavsky on Treball. Good job by him. Shot from the point, saved by Rennick. Puck finds its way all the way back down into the St. Cloud zone. Played behind the net by Rennick. St. Cloud content often to just keep it behind their own net. Here they come on a rush. That one's deflected up and out of play. 15:21 remaining in the first period.
And you mentioned there, Seth, a good hit by Boguslavsky in the corner there. That's going to be a big attribute that this fourth line for BU's bringing to the table, the physicality that they're going to play with. And Boguslavsky right there, setting the tone, getting the boys going with a nice hit. And we'll see if that helps BU maintain a physical presence here.
Face-off lost by Massimone, but picked up by Jay O'Brien, who sends it the length of the ice. That one gets whistled for an icing. Jay O'Brien being a standout player for the Terriers this season. He's got 8 goals and 8 assists for 16 points on the season. It's 3 times as many points as he had in 2018-19 at Providence College in 10 less games. He's been somewhat of a revelation here as Massimone wins the defensive zone faceoff off the tie-up, but it gets controlled by St. Cloud at the point, sent down deep. That one played by Okabe. That one squeaks into the defensive zone of St. Cloud. They make a zone entry, shot on, saved by Comesso. He'll hold it for a face-off there. Good shot by Miettinen.
You mentioned there Massimone with a big face-off win, and you were also talking about Jay O'Brien. It was interesting to see Albie put those guys together. They've all, with Luke Tuck, they've all given some great contributions to the BU lineup, and they've all been what Albie has described as some of the best players on the ice. So interesting to see how they do when they're put together with Massimone playing in the middle.
And we'll take a quick commercial break. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn for WTBU Sports. BU men's ice hockey, nothing. St. Cloud State University, nothing. We'll be back in a few. And we're back with NCAA hockey here on WTVU Sports. No scoring yet, still tied 0-0, just over 5 minutes into this first period. Back in 2018, St. Cloud State ends up losing in the West Regional semifinal to Air Force 4-1. Then in the 2019 tournament, another unlucky bid, lose 2-1 to American International in the West Regional semifinal, hoping for a better outcome this year. Whoever wins this game will go on to play Boston College after the COVID replacement, Notre Dame, ended up having to drop out of the tournament due to positive COVID tests within the organization. Face off in the defensive zone of the Terriers, controlled by St. Cloud in the corner, fought for by Zabane next to Miettinen. That one squeaks out to the point and all the way into the neutral zone. St. Cloud State 4-15 in NCAA tournament play. They have a single Frozen Four appearance. Terriers control in the defensive zone. Here's Fensori. He tries to get it up into the offensive zone, but that's picked off. He was trying to find Kaufman. Wise chasing into the defensive zone. He braces up against the end boards, but here come St. Cloud the other way. They'll dump it in from the red line. This one's played in the corner by Cranola. Now it's in the neutral zone. St. Cloud coming the other way, looking for a man, takes a shot off the pipe. Comesso barely got a shoulder on it. Great shot by Sam Hentges, the junior right winger.
Yeah, and
Minnesota draft prospect.
A good angle on that play by Comesso, coming out and taking away a lot of space, forcing Hentges to take. He took a good shot, but not enough room for him. He hits the bar, and no goal there for St. Cloud.
And St. Cloud controls it in their offensive zone. That was Hentges with it. He lost it. Skoog fighting forward in the corner, and McCarthy comes out with it. McCarthy looking for a man, trying to get out of the zone. He makes it into the neutral zone. That one gets touched up. Now Cockrell aggressively fighting for the puck alongside Skoog. And then Peterson deflects it, but Hentges gets it out into his offensive zone. 4-2 shots on goal. St. Cloud with the advantage. Here come the Terriers the other way. They cross over the red line. That's Peterson into the offensive zone over the blue line. Shot on. That one never made it. Now played in the corner. Sent up to Micah Miller. He tries to find a streaking Brodzinski, but a good defensive play there by the Terriers to stop what could have been a 1-on-0 breakaway. Armstrong loses the puck. Now Terriers regain control, dump it in, played behind the net by Rennick. Intercepted in the corner almost by the Terriers. Here comes St. Cloud the other way into the neutral zone. They dump the puck in, and that's played by Ferentz behind the Terrier net. Ferentz brings it up into the neutral zone. He crosses the red line. Now he's into the offensive zone, looking to shoot. He does. Popped up in the air. Armstrong almost had a shot on it, couldn't control it. St. Cloud will clear the zone. Back to Fensori. David Ferentz, 1.26 points per game in the 1920 season, was the highest by a defenseman in the last 25 years of Hockey East play. Vlasic knocks a man down behind the net. Here come the Terriers the other way, trying to get a pass to Mastrosimone. That one's intercepted by Jay Cox. It's not Jay Cox, that is Jay Cox. Vlasic with it behind the net. He hands it off to Zabane. Zabane takes it into the neutral zone. Now he's into the offensive zone, gets shut down there. Good hit by Donahue. Fought for in the corner. O'Brien looking for it there. Now here comes a little bit of a 2-on-1 for St. Cloud. Unable to get the cross crease pass on the tape. And then a shot from directly in front of the net, saved by Comesso. VT Miettinen left wide open in front of the net, and Comesso just in the perfect spot. Great pass by Cranola to find the open Miettinen in front of the net. Tuck with a bit of a defensive lapse, and then O'Brien unable to put a body on him. Allowed a wide open net front chance there on the one-timer. Great save by Comesso to keep this one scoreless.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. A great pass by Kranola to find Miettinen, and St. Cloud early on using their escapability and speed to really stay away from BU's physical checkers, and they're finding ways to get passes through, finding ways to control the puck possession battle, and Albie's going to want to do something about that.
Skoog loses an edge in the neutral zone, turns the puck over. St. Cloud controls in the offensive zone. They've dominated the possession in this game. They've got it at the point here. D-to-D pass. They wait with it. That was Bushy. He sends it down into the corner. That one's played by Fitzgerald, and we have a delayed penalty call. Looks like Dylan Peterson going to leave the ice here and end up in the penalty box. Albie O'Connell unhappy. See what the call was here. It's going to be a hitting from behind penalty, not quite a boarding. You could call that. I imagine the call there is going to be a boarding. Should be a 2-minute minor. Pretty clear.
Looked like
there is an official review.
Looked like Peterson was coming up from behind and didn't really quite have enough time to slam on the brakes there. And he unfortunately caught Fitzgerald in a bad spot, and he went down a little awkwardly there.
Elbow went directly into the back of Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's head then immediately hit the boards. It looked like he got up immediately after. We haven't seen any footage of him being checked by trainers. Referees do have the headset on here.
Yeah, just kind of caught him. He went down awkwardly. It looks like they're going to give him a boarding call here.
And they give Dylan Peterson a 5-minute major for hitting from behind. And the freshman from Roseville, California, who's got 5 points in 15 games this year, is going to take an early exit. So with 10:52 remaining in the first period, Terriers already down a forward, and that's big because the Terriers run with 7 defensemen, not 13 forwards.
Not just any
St. Cloud State also with 7 defensemen.
And not just any forward, someone who's been one of their most reliable guys as of late, like creating offense for this team, and was rewarded by getting moved up to the second line. It's certainly not someone the Terriers want to see out of the game, especially this early.
Peterson slammed his stick as he left the ice to go to the locker room. This one controlled by Perbix at the point. Good little wheel coming through. One-time shot. Easy save for Comesso. He was in perfect positioning and it went right into his gut. Shot on there by Miettinen from just above the face-off dot. Weber and Vlasic, the defensive pairing, 2 very tall defensemen, 6'7" and 6'6", entering Zdeno Chara territory. Face-off won by St. Cloud, controlled at the point by Donahue. He hands it off, shot down low, and Comesso might have gotten a skate on that one to force it wide. The flailing Comesso manages to keep the puck out of the net. Just 45 seconds into this power play. Cranilla with it at the point. He hands it off to Donahue. Back to Cranilla, shot on. Easy glove save by Comesso. 4:07 remaining on the 5-minute major.
And Comesso, he's a bit of a bigger guy, also very mobile in the net, but at 6'2", 180 pounds, he's able to see through traffic and gobble up shots from the point. Done a really good, nice job staying in position and taking up big parts of the net.
Well, back when Comesso made his first start after being out for over a month, Coach Albie O'Connell described him as poised. Expect more of that today in a one and done tournament. Shot on from the point. That one saved by Comesso. Rebound controlled from his back. Comesso's stomach was facing the net and somehow managed to get his glove on the puck to keep it out with the aggressive rebound chasing by Nolan Walker, the first line center for St. Cloud State, off the shot from Perbix from the point. Face-off won by Corsia, back to Weber. That one cleared up and out of play.
You mentioned, though, that poise from Comesso on display right there, just able to take away opportunities, not giving up juicy rebounds, and everything you could ask for. In this power play, St. Cloud already has 6 shots here.
BU's penalty kill is 17th in the NCAA. St. Cloud's power play is 13th. So a matchup of two top 20 special teams unit. Shot off the faceoff is easily gloved down by Comesso. "12 saves already just halfway into this first period for Drew Comesso. Imagine he'll need to make a few more in the next couple of minutes. Face-off controlled at the point by St. Cloud State. They start the wheel with Cranilla. He sends it down low. Now shot on from the face-off dot. That one's saved by Comesso, who gives Donahue a bit of a shove. Donahue, the alternate captain, taking the shot there. Senior defenseman from North Oaks, Minnesota, 8 points in 27 games this year for St. Cloud State. And that is one of the big differences between these two teams. The Terriers, between COVID issues not being able to play until January, only got 15 games in this year. St. Cloud State, however, has 27 under their belt. They control. Donahue at the point. He hands down the faceoff dot. Cross ice pass. That one blocked down by McCarthy. Good job on the shot there defensively by him. And he's a little bit doubled over, still playing, not even trying to get to the bench, but he doesn't look fully happy. Shot from outside the faceoff circle, blocked by Boguslavsky. McCarthy playing aggressive, and he'll hop off as the puck gets cleared into the neutral zone. Good change by BU to get back into position. Now Vlasic plays it alongside the half wall. Good job by Cockrell and Master Simone to try and clear the puck out. Now it's played at the point by Donahue, or excuse me, that is Meyer. Now sent down to Fitzgerald, back up to the point. Now to the faceoff dot to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looking for Perbix, but instead goes to Meyer. Back to Perbix, who shoots and glove save by Comesso. 2:23 remaining in the first period, or excuse me, 2:23 remaining in this 5-minute major penalty. Nine shots on the current power play for St. Cloud State. They'll get a face-off to the glove side of Comesso. Gloves with his left hand, as most goaltenders do. Face-off one back to Perbix at the point. Skating down low with it. St. Cloud State now back up to the face-off circle. That's Perbix. Perbix waits with it, sends it across the far side of the ice. Now back to the close dot. Looking for Perbix on the far dot. That one cleared out by Corsia. Good defensive play by him to intercept the pass. Now played by Nolan Walker of St. Cloud State. He brings it into the neutral zone, tries to get it to Hentges, but passes behind him, so he gets hit at the blue line. No zone entry there. Now back to Hentges. He tries to get a shot on. That one goes way wide. Went just along the ice, and that one's cleared out by BU. Haven't said that much on this power play. Now Perbix holds it behind the net. He hands it off to Donahue. Donahue skating with it. Into the neutral zone. He passes it all the way up the ice. That one goes behind the net and will get, I was going to say touched up, but touched up isn't the right term for that. We'll get an icing with 1:29 remaining on the power play. Of course, with the hybrid rules, just have to pass the face-off dot in order to get the icing call.
Yeah, Seth, and you mentioned BU not able to clear the puck as much as maybe they would have liked, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that whether it's Perbix or Donahue up top, these St. Cloud D-men are really good at quarterbacking power plays, moving the puck around, possessing the puck, and creating good shooting opportunities on the half wall.
Face-off won by St. Cloud State. They're still looking to start the rush. They hold it in their defensive zone. Here they come across the red line. Broken in, but good job by McCarthy to separate man from puck. And Boguslavsky tries to clear it out, but it's blocked up at the blue line. Here comes Master Simone with a chance. He shoots and takes out the goaltender, and the net comes off its moorings. Great job by Master Simone to deflect the pass after the clearing attempt of Boguslavsky was stopped at the point. He had a breakaway there, took him a bit to get to the puck, and went bowling right into Rennick, the senior goaltender for St. Cloud State.
Yeah, we see Master Simone make plays like that a couple of times. He had a goal against Merrimack where he drove the net hard like that. Aggressive player who has a lot of speed and is always able to create opportunities for this BU team.
Face off in the Terrier offensive zone. That's won by Kaufman and held in by Cockrell at the top of the face-off dot. Now, Kaufman, with some aggressive forechecking, manages to keep it in just a little bit longer, continuing to kill time off. He dives and breaks up another pass, finds his way into the defensive zone. Great job here by Kaufman, and he clears the puck out again. What a job by Max Kaufman. Gets the pass to Cockrell, looking for Ferentz. He has him. What a save! Rennick manages to just get his leg on the cross crease pass from Cockrell to Ferentz. Ferentz would have had a wide open look, shorthanded with just 15 seconds left now on the St. Cloud 5-minute major. That was Peterson with the 5-minute major penalty. 4 seconds. And here come the Terriers on a breakaway. Gets inside, goes to the backhand. That one wide. Good opportunity there from Jay O'Brien. Puck finds its way to Comesso, who sends it over. 14 shots on goal to 4. St. Cloud with the advantage. Now here come the Terriers the other way. That's Luke Tuck. He hands it back to Master Simone, who can't control it as it hits his skate. Now St. Cloud with a little bit of energy. They send it along the glass behind the net. Then reverse it at the far half wall, picked up by McCarthy. Now cross ice pass to Tuck, who dumps it in from just inside the red line. That one goes on net, saved easily by Rennick with the glove. He hands it off to his defenseman. Now here comes Micah Miller. He breaks into the zone. Great defense there from the Terriers along the half wall. That's Campolito. Pass off the net to Perbix, who shoots intentionally wide. Pass doesn't connect. Now McCarthy with it in the corner. Hands it off to Zabane. Zabane trying to split two defensemen. Terrier arms go up looking for a penalty. Nothing called. 4:46 remaining in this first period. Some great penalty killing on the 5-minute major penalty. Great goaltending leading to that.
Yeah, and to your point about the goaltending, it seems like there's been a shift in momentum since BU was able to kill off that penalty. Drew Comesso has looked good in net, and BU has responded to the call against them by creating some rush opportunities on the penalty kill. And you referenced that shot total, St. Cloud controlling the play in that sense, but BU starting to get more zone time, starting to generate a little more opportunities as we go on here.
And we'll take a little bit of a break. 3/4 of the way through the first period, neither team on the board, but St. Cloud dominating possession. We're tied at 0, and we'll be back in a few. And we are back with NCAA Northeast Regional first round. Boston University tied with St. Cloud State in a scoreless first period here on WTBU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gund. Owen, what have you seen so far in this first period?
Well, as you mentioned, Seth, right before we went to commercial, St. Cloud's done a good job possessing the puck and just being evasive, making good passing plays, and they've controlled the play in that area. But I think BU has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after the Peterson call. The bench didn't really agree with it, so to speak. And I think they've responded well since killing off the penalty, and they're getting a little bit more puck possession in the St. Cloud zone here.
And we're getting a replay of that Zabane play that we discussed right before the break, where he tried to split through two defensemen. Micah Miller gets called for a slashing after he knocked Zabane's stick out of his hand. Face off in the offensive zone of the Terriers, won by St. Cloud, and they'll dump it all the way down. So the Terriers kill off a fiver and get a 2-minute power play of their own. Here comes Ferentz in the neutral zone. He hands it back. Now Zabane loses the puck, picked up by Cockrell, who tries to send it in further. That one picked up at the red line and cleared down by St. Cloud. Now Ferentz takes it, looking to start the rush. St. Cloud doing a good job of not allowing Ferentz to pass it back into the defensive zone. Clean entry here for the Terriers. They wheel it behind up to Cockrell at the point. Cockrell holds, skates up to the faceoff dot, looks for a man, sends it down low. Back to Cockrell, up to Ferentz at the point. Across to Zabane. Now in front, shot on, rebound. That one saved by Rennick. Now picked up by Ferentz in front of the St. Cloud bench. Now held in by the Terriers. Now Cockrell with it on the close dot. He sends it across the ice to Ferentz. Ferentz looking for a shot. He'll get one on, saved by Rennick. Picked up behind the net by Jaycox, but it's held at the half wall by Zabane. Zabane skates with it on the faceoff dot. He takes a shot. That one deflects off Skoog into his feet. He tried to get a backhander on, couldn't go. 40 seconds remaining and cleared by St. Cloud State.
Yeah, and Albie mentioned before the UMass Lowell game that special teams is something that can make or break you in the playoffs. BU hasn't got a whole lot of momentum on this power play, but they were able to suffocate St. Cloud. But we'll see with some of their changes here in personnel if they're able to get some momentum on the power play here.
St. Cloud with the 11th best penalty kill in the country. BU, by contrast, with the 43rd best power play. You would expect St. Cloud to dominate on special teams in this one. They have on this power play specifically. Terriers still control with the power play over. That shot goes up over the goal. Picked up now by Fensori in the defensive zone. He sends it along the ice to McCarthy. Now back to Fensori. Fensori up to Wise. Wise dumps it in from just outside blue line. Picked up along the half wall by Perbix. Perbix skating with it. Excuse me, not Perbix. That is Brodzinski. That puck clears up out of play into the Terrier bench. And we're getting a bit of a advertisement here for an upcoming interview with David Ferentz. And we'll take a break here. Still scoreless in the first period of NCAA first round hockey action between BU and St. Cloud State here on WTBU Sports. We'll be back in a few. And we're back here on WTVU Sports with Boston University versus St. Cloud State. First round NCAA action here on WTVU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gund, getting a look at some of the plays made by David Ferentz. He almost scored a goal on a wide open opportunity from a pass from Cockrell. And Rennick, the goaltender for St. Cloud State, just barely got a leg on it to stop that pass from going through. It's been about the closest the Terriers have been to scoring a goal in this game. St. Cloud State, meanwhile, with tons of opportunities stemming from their 5-minute power play. Face off at center ice here. Going to be taken by Boguslavsky, but he'll lose it. Controlled by Armstrong in the neutral zone. Here comes St. Cloud State the other way. Looking for Walker, who picks it up in the corner. Now picked up by Micah Miller. Miller sends it along to Brodzinski. Brodzinski looking for someone at the point, sends it across the ice. That one gets blocked away. Now picked up in the corner by Corsia. He sends it over to McCarthy behind the net. He pivots, looks to go the other way. Now holds, skates past the faceoff dots, passes it to his fellow D-man Vlasic, who dumps it ahead and loses the puck to St. Cloud State. St. Cloud State into the offensive zone. They try to get a shot on. That one goes wide. Going hard for the deflection off of the end boards, but that doesn't do anything for him. And that puck skates all the way down into the St. Cloud State zone. They control here after some pitch and catch, looking for the cross ice pass. That one intercepted by Cockrell, hands it up to Kaufman. That one intercepted in the neutral zone by St. Cloud State. They'll take it by the far side. Player loses an edge. Now it's chased back by Trejball. Picked up by Jay Cox. That one intercepted by Master Simone. Now held by Ferentz in the Terrier defensive zone. Ferentz looking for an outlet pass to Master Simone. That one goes off the end boards, played by Treadball. Master Simone picks his pocket along the half wall, hands it off to Tuck. Tuck tries to get out in front to the streaking O'Brien, who was unable to get a clean shot on. Now picked up by Master Simone. He turns around, quick shot on, glove save by Rennick. 14.8 seconds remaining in the first period here. We'll get a face-off in the Terrier offensive zone. Robert Master Simone, the sophomore from East Islip, New York.
Yeah, this guy's been all over the ice for BU. Get an opportunity here at center and get an opportunity to hound away at pucks and create opportunities for his team. He's done exactly that this period.
Face off one back to Spencer Meyer, the junior captain of St. Cloud State. This puck gets cleared up high and lands on the ice. That'll be the end of the first period. We're scoreless here with first round action of the NCAA hockey tournament between Boston University and St. Cloud State here on WTVU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman with Owen Gunn. We'll see you in about 15 minutes for the second period. And welcome back to Terrier Hockey here on WTVU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gund for the start of the second period. Owen, what are you looking for here in this second period from these two teams?
Well, for BU, I'm looking to build off of that momentum change that we saw coming out of the first period. They had a lot of good opportunities on the rush and were really generating chances. For St. Cloud, don't get discouraged by the 5-minute power play where they weren't able to come up with anything. They did a good job possessing the puck, so they got to build on that.
And St. Cloud State coach Brett Larson said right after the first period ended that he wanted them to get the puck in deep more to try and force the BU skill players to play some defense. We'll see if they're able to achieve that here in this period. Face-off taken and won by Wilmer Skoog. Back to Alex Vlasic. Vlasic passes it up to Skoog. Skoog loses the puck, takes it, shoots, scores! Wilmer Skoog puts the Terriers up 1-0. Just 8 seconds in to the second period.
Yeah, great play by Skoog, able to take a pass real quick there and shelf it for the Terriers to put them up 1-0. But they're reviewing it now, and they're going to see if he was onside or not. It's a big debate about that right now.
Well, it was a beautiful backhand goal from the slot. Just went up over the glove side of Rennick. For Skoog, that'll be his 4th goal of the year, an 8th point total in 13 games. Rennick never saw it. The puck was just sitting out in front of the net after a brilliant defensive play by Cockrell. Skoog had lost the puck to the St. Cloud State defenseman. Cockrell managed to poke it back.
They're taking a long, hard look at this to see whether Skoog's skate crossed the line or if he was before he collected a pass.
I'm currently seeing a zoomed in view of this from the blue line. And based off of NHL rules, I would say this is a pretty clear-cut onside. But I don't know that the NCAA ever adopted the NHL rules. The NHL for this season instituted the offsides rule, in which if any part of a player is above the space of the blue line, meaning they don't have to be contacting the ice, that would be an onside play. You can see the linesman shaking his head in the penalty box, in the media box, as if he has no idea how to call this.
Yeah, we remember there was the gray area call that overturned the UMass Lowell BC overtime winner from BC, and I'm with you. I'm not exactly sure what they do for college, but it's a close call. It looks like it's onside.
And it will be a goal. So Terriers go up 1-0, 8 seconds into the second period, and all of a sudden, it's looking pretty good here. Face off blown dead off of the center dot was won by Master Simone. Guess the linesman didn't like how he dropped the puck. Retry is won back by St. Cloud, but controlled by O'Brien on a good play by him off of the wing. Fought for by O'Brien and Master Simone up along the half wall. Now in the corner. Master Simone trying to dig it out. Pulled out by Bushy. They try to reverse it. Great pinch by Fensori to get down into the corner. Master Simone still there. Back over to Bushy. Bushy up along the wall. That one intercepted by Master Simone. Shot blocked by Fensori. Puck back to Ference. Ference goes up off the boards to Tuck. Tuck shot on. Saved by Rennick. That one almost squeaked under his skate. get another face-off in the Terrier offensive zone.
But right what we were seeing at the end of the first period has continued into the second. BU creating a lot of their opportunities off the rush and causing St. Cloud defense problems in that particular area.
We mentioned earlier how the Terriers are making their 5th appearance in 6 NCAA tournaments. They've made the regional final in 3 of their last 4 appearances, as the shot off of the faceoff is saved easily by Rennick. That pass goes all the way into the Terrier defensive zone, controlled in front of the net by St. Cloud State. Back up to the point, shot gets deflected. Now fought for behind the net. Good defensive play here by the Terriers. Terriers are 5-1-1 when tied after the first period this season. A couple players take a bit of a spill. This puck finds its way behind the Terrier net, played by Case McCarthy. McCarthy looking to send the puck up, loses it in the slot. Now here's St. Cloud State with it behind the net, looking for a man, skates with it by the faceoff dot, looking to hand it off. Doesn't. Skates, turns at the point. Good job by McCarthy to make a play. Now held at the blue line. That shot on, deflects, loose out in front. Great defensive play by the Terriers to clear the puck out. They take it into the neutral zone. That one dumps all the way down the ice. No, and icing is called there. So we'll get a face-off in the defensive zone of the Terriers. 2 minutes and 10 seconds in. Terriers lead 1-0 already.
Once again, an area that's been really good for BU has been their rebound control. Drew Comesso not letting up much, but the D-men, as you just saw there, doing a really good job clearing pucks right after the rebounds, not giving St. Cloud any second chance opportunities.
St. Cloud controls off the face-off. That shot that they just had was their first in 10 minutes and 23 seconds of game action. Terriers skate the puck into the neutral zone and dump it in from the red line. Now taken by St. Cloud State. McCarthy makes a great hit to separate man from puck at the blue line. Wise takes a spill in the defensive zone. He'll wait. Hands it off to Vlasic, over to McCarthy. McCarthy tries to send it up the ice. That one fought for in front of the penalty boxes. Corsia falls over. Boguslavsky picks it up, dumps it in on Rennick. Puck picked up in the corner by St. Cloud State. They'll send it along the boards the other way. Here comes St. Cloud State. They break into the offensive zone. Good defense there from the Terriers. Boguslavsky hands it off to Wise, who dumps it in. Or excuse me, Corsia, who dumps it in. And he'll go off for a change. Boguslavsky coming in. Now taken into the neutral zone. Here's Boguslavsky in the offensive zone. Tries to get a shot on, saved by Rennick. He had a streaking O'Brien on the other side. Shot gets back on Rennick. He easily saves that one. Now here comes Brand the other way. Brand dumps it in. That one picked up by Campolito. Campolito sends it up off the boards. That one skates back all the way into the St. Cloud State zone. Skoog with it in the neutral zone here. Skoog loses the puck in the neutral zone. Shot on, saved by Comesso. Now Skoog fighting for it behind the net. Campolito almost stopped skating there for a moment. Interesting play there. Shot from the point, easily gloved by Comesso. We'll get a face-off. 16:03 left in this second period.
I'd have to imagine this St. Cloud team has got to be frustrated with the way Drew Comesso is playing. He's not really giving them any indication that he's going to crack anytime soon. So they're going to have to keep trashing the net, and they're certainly going to have to get more shots on goal here.
Comesso 6-2-1 with a .268 and .924 save percentage. It's been absolutely unbelievable for the Terriers this year as they break into the offensive zone. Played behind the net, sent out in front into the skates of Master Simone, who takes a spill in the corner. Zabane tries to clear it out over to Fensori. Now Master Simone in the corner. Back to Zabane. Zabane fighting for it. He loses it. Here comes St. Cloud State the other way. They'll dump it in from just inside the red line. Tuck with a diving play. Delayed penalty call. And we get a whistle. This will be on the Terriers. Looking like David Ferentz will go off.
It's going to go for a high stick. That's a tough penalty to take if you're BU right now. You have all the momentum. St. Cloud was able to get some momentum from their last penalty just based on the puck possession. And if you're BU and you're doing a better job possessing the puck as of late, you certainly don't want to put St. Cloud back on the power play where they have a chance to change the momentum.
Face off one back to the point in the offensive zone for St. Cloud State. Now sent back up to the point to Walker. Walker, side pass. That one shot on and controlled by Comesso. Brodzinski getting into it a little bit with Cockrell in front of the net. Things getting a little bit chippy here. Just less than 5 minutes into the second period. Drew Comesso, a 2020 second round pick for Chicago. Well, the way that franchise is looking, you got to expect that they will be very happy with the performance he's been putting on, and the future looking very bright for the goaltending situation there. Puck controlled in the offensive zone, shot whiffed on from the point by Miettinen. Now controlled at the point again. Miettinen hands it off, down low. Pass out in front, gloved away by McCarthy. Now back up to the point for St. Cloud. They take a shot from just outside the face-off circle. That one either never made it or got saved. Now here's Miettinen with it. Skates in the defensive zone. That pass deflected by Boguslavski. Now puck gets cleared down. Miettinen with it. He skates behind his own net. He'll wait to set up the rush. Corsia on the forecheck. He's got Armstrong on his left. Jarman and McCarthy, the defensive pairing. Good clean entry for St. Cloud State, but unable to maintain possession. Slap shot from the dot goes wide. And the Terriers will clear all the way down the ice and change out all four. Played by Rennick behind the net. Now here comes Donahue. Donahue hands it off to his right. That one dumped in, played behind the net by Comesso. Dangerous play. Manages to clear it all the way up and out into the neutral zone. What looked like a dangerous play worked out very well for Comesso. And the Terriers clear once again with 18 seconds left on the power play. Rennick plays it by himself with the lone player in the zone being Cockrell. Cockrell tries to steal the puck but is unable to. 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Donahue trying to create one last rush for St. Cloud State. They cross over the blue line, looking to take a shot, wheeling behind the net. McCarthy with some great defense knocks the player over. St. Cloud trying to feather it into the slot. That one intercepted by Skoog. He makes the entrance pass into the zone. Terrier player takes a spill. Now into the neutral zone, dumped back in behind the St. Cloud net. Shots now just 18-14. That one put out in front by Skoog. No one able to get a good, clean shot on it. Skoog gets taken down from behind. No call necessary there. And here comes St. Cloud State the other way. Campolito with a strong hit. Now here comes St. Cloud State. Shot from the point, saved by Comesso. That one gets deflected into the corner, picked up by Tuck. He dumps it all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. He put just a small enough amount of velocity on there to force Trable to pick it up before the red line, or excuse me, the goal line. Now Wise backhands it. Here come the Terriers with a little 3-on-2. They try to make the pass over to Kaufman. Too many bodies in between there. Zabane, now Kaufman fighting for it. Held in at the point. That one shot in, blocked down. Wise looking for it, finds it, turns around as St. Cloud now comes with their own 3-on-2. And an offside is called there with 11:50 remaining in the second period.
And we finally get a whistle there, Seth. It felt like for a while, maybe 3-4 minutes, we were skating with no whistles here, and just some great back and forth hockey. BU got aggressive on the forecheck towards the end of that penalty kill. And if this is a sort of back and forth kind of rush contest, I like how it bodes for BU, because they've shown that they can be dangerous in that area.
And we will take a quick break here. Second period action from Albany, New York. We're calling the game remotely. I'm Seth Hellman with Owen Gunn here on WTBU Sports. We'll be back in a minute. And we are back here on WTBU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn. Boston University leading St. Cloud State by a score of 1-0. BU with the 5th most wins in NCAA tournament history. They also have the 3rd most tournament appearances behind Minnesota and Michigan. Terriers have 37 appearances. Minnesota and Michigan both have 38. Terriers 43 and 37 all time in the tournament. Terriers won the national championship just 12 years ago in 2009, looking to bring back glory to the BU record books. St. Cloud State wins the neutral zone faceoff. This one dumped in, played behind the net by Comesso. Now into the corner to Fensori. Fensori sends it up along the boards. Good play there by Tyler Anderson to keep the puck in the zone, but it squeaks out to Ferentz. Ferentz skates into the offensive zone. He gets all the way on net. Backhand save by Rennick. Fought for by Armstrong.
It just feels like BU's taking control a little bit more. They're as you mentioned earlier, the shot total is narrowing a little bit, and David Ferentz has seemed to really get his game going as well, creating some opportunities for the team as well.
Well, the Terriers were provided some juice after the Peterson penalty. They thought they got slighted there, managed to kill off the entire 5-minute major, even while allowing tons of shots. Now, David Ferentz, after taking his penalty, has been making a great defensive impact. Skoog scores early in the second period, and that's all the juice you need to continue to have the momentum. Face-off won in the offensive zone by the Terriers, but controlled now by St. Cloud State. Here they come, looking for a shot on. That one blocked easily by Vlasic. Good defensive positioning by him. Now Master Simone feathers it along the wall. Tuck trying to get there in time is unable. St. Cloud State dumps it the other way. Now held in at the point. Good play there by Bushy. Now Bushy gets it again. He sent it low. That one bounces out into the middle of the ice. Master Simone pushes it out to the wall. Now held behind the net by McCarthy. Long pass by him goes all the way down the ice. And that one will be called for an icing with 10:31 remaining in the second period. We mentioned the play of David Ferentz multiple times in this game. He has been named a Hobie Baker Award finalist for the best player in American college hockey. Certainly deserving of the award. Faceoffs, St. Cloud State 16 to BU 14. BU struggles with faceoffs for the most part. Every once in a while they get a good game in there, but often they are winning games with faceoff percentages in the mid to low 40s. St. Cloud State on the season a little bit over 50% as the shot is easily gloved down by Comesso.
That's something that we also we heard about from St. Cloud State in our research from them, that they had were really winning and losing based on whether their face-off total was above or below 50% from what we looked at from them. And they're certainly not dominating BU in that department so far today.
Controlled in the corner by St. Cloud State. And that's the thing here when you look at as that shot goes wide. St. Cloud State, as you mentioned, often unable to win games if they aren't winning in the face-off dot. For the Terriers, they've managed to win games no matter what happens in the face-off dot. Now, that doesn't mean that the coaching staff isn't extremely concerned as the Terriers get whistled for an offsides. They have often emphasized the importance of trying to up the face-off numbers for the team, but the Terriers are able to win games even with some abysmal face-off numbers. Terriers lead 1-0 here at the end, or at the middle of the second period. We'll take a break after a word from Owen.
And that might be, I was just going to say that might be why they put Master Simone in the middle, because he's already made some big defensive zone face-off wins for this team. And then keeping Skoog as the second line center, we already saw right out of the intermission, he has the big face-off win. It leads to a goal just 9 seconds into the period. So I think face-offs are something that could make or break this team. And so far with the line combinations BU has, they've been able to do enough in that department to put themselves in a good spot.
So Terriers lead 1-0 here, second period action. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn for WTBU Sports. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back after the short break here with Boston University men's hockey on WTBU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn for NCAA Northeast Region first round. Terriers were unable to play until January 8th due to COVID restrictions. BU's athletics underwent multiple stoppages in the fall semester, ended up losing to UMass Lowell in the Hockey East quarterfinals. Then UMass Lowell ends up beating Boston College and then losing to UMass in the Hockey East finals. And that very well may have been one of the deciding factors in helping the Terriers stay in the tournament. Of course, there were other conference winners that would have stayed in the tournament no matter what, but another team that would have been required to play could have bumped the Terriers out after losing early in the Hockey East tournament. Face-off controlled by St. Cloud State. Here they come the other way into the neutral zone. Past the red line, they try to dump it in. That one gets blocked down at the blue line. Now sent back into their defensive zone. Aggressive play by Fensori finds himself on the wrong side of the red line. Now played on the wraparound, and Camesso, without even seeing it, manages to get a stop, and he'll get a face-off.
Yeah, some extracurriculars occurring in front of the net afterwards, but BU just sticking up for their goalie, making sure none of the St. Cloud guys get any whacks in at Camesso. So good on the Terriers for doing that, I guess.
Terriers have always been protective of their netminders all year long. Of course, Terriers no fear when it comes to physicality.
You saw Cade Weber. He get the cross check on the BC guy. We were doing that game. That was in response to somebody taking a whack at Duplessis. So yeah, Terriers not afraid to get physical in front of the net.
Armstrong plays it in the neutral zone, back to Vlasic. Vlasic over to McCarthy. McCarthy hands it back to Vlasic. Vlasic sends it up the ice. Here come the Terriers. That was up to Armstrong. Now Armstrong fights for it behind the net. Good pinch by Boguslavski. And here comes St. Cloud State the other way. They'll hold it on the half wall, try to get a shot on. That goes wide. And puck squirts out into the neutral zone, played by Donahue. Donahue holds, skates behind the net, pressure by Corsia. Has a man on his left. That's Kupka. Not Kepka, but Kupka. And Comesso plays it behind the net. Jarman with it now. Skates, holds. Gets intercepted at the neutral zone. So a bad clearing attempt there from Jarman. Backhand pass into the slot, intercepted by Jake Wise, making his 7th appearance for the Terriers this year. Pass all the way out to the center of the ice, gets deflected multiple times. Now Comesso with a save on the wraparound attempt. Wise gets knocked down, so St. Cloud controls still. Shot from the half wall, blocked by Corsia. Zabane with an aggressive play behind the net. Jarman now trying to get it, and they score! Cloud State gets the shot off of the pass from behind the net. I don't think that Comesso ever saw it. That was Micah Miller with the goal. Not only did Comesso never see it, we never saw it either because the camera never panned to it. All of a sudden, St. Cloud State arms went up in celebration.
Yeah, it was kind of
bounced all the way up in the air. Comesso didn't realize it, and Micah Miller catches it out of the air, has a wide open net, and just shoots it on. Nobody knew where the puck was. And we have a tie game.
From the time the puck was on Miller's stick to the time it went into the net, I don't think a single other player on the ice saw that puck go off his stick. And then all of a sudden the puck's in the back of the net and St. Cloud has 5 guys with their arms up. So just a weird kind of pinball thing. And if you're just watching Comesso throughout this period, you had a hard time believing he was going to get beat. But, if he's going to get beat, it's going to be on a play like that where he had no chance.
And if you're the Terriers, that's got to be really encouraging for you that the only time you're getting beat is on a play where 11 of the 12 guys on the ice don't know where the puck is. Shot goes wide for St. Cloud State. They've got a little bit of renewed energy. They know they're going to need to get a couple of greasy ones if they want to win this game. Now taken by the Terriers in the defensive zone. Up to O'Brien. O'Brien passes it to Mastrosimone. Mastrosimone holds over by the faceoff dot. Waits for some players to skate in. Sends it down low to O'Brien. O'Brien with it now. Sends it up. Over. Shot on. That one deflects up and out of play. Good shot by Kaufman there. 6:47 remaining in the second period.
If you're BU, you just got to stick with it. I mean, that's just kind of a bounce that went St. Cloud's way, but BU had been doing all the right things, and that's a tough break for them.
And it all started with the whiff on a clearing attempt by Thomas Jarman. Who was unable to get the puck out of the zone. And then St. Cloud had a sustained zone time. And all of a sudden, puck's in the back of the net. St. Cloud controls in their offensive zone. Slap shot from the faceoff dot. He scores. Looks like Nick Perbix from the faceoff circle takes a slap shot and beats Comesso low blocker side. And all of a sudden, in the span of a minute or so, St. Cloud State takes a 2-1 lead, and it deflected off of Cockrell and then off of Vlasic. So Cockrell was in perfect defensive positioning, deflected the puck, ends up off of the skate of Vlasic into the net. Comesso was in the perfect positioning to save that if it had gone directly on net, and all of a sudden the Terriers find themselves behind by a goal with 6:20 remaining in the second period.
Just talk about an unfortunate sequence of events for this BU team too. That's another just bounce that doesn't go their way. And it, as you mentioned, Cockrell in perfect defensive position, just the way the bounces went, it's a tough one for Comesso, but you can't blame him for that goal either.
Terriers now getting frustrated visibly, a little bit of chippiness behind the net there. And looks like Yami Kranala will end up in the penalty box for a tripping slash slashing slash charging on Fensori. They call it a slash. There was a lot going on there. Face off won by St. Cloud State. And that one finds its way all the way down the ice. Played by Comesso. Just squeaks it by the St. Cloud forechecker. Hands it off to Cockrell. Cockrell along the end borders to Skoog. Skoog sends it behind the net. That one goes back to Cockrell. Aggressive forechecking from St. Cloud State here. Now into the neutral zone. Passed back to O'Brien. O'Brien skates it in to the offensive zone. Now it's along the end boards. Terriers trying to get something going here. St. Cloud State defender loses the stick, and the puck goes all the way down the ice, played by Comesso. Terriers 42nd in the NCAA on the power play, 0 for 1 today with 2 shots. Here comes Cockrell into the offensive zone. He fights for it along the half wall. And St. Cloud State clears again. So the Terriers unable to get any sort of sustained zone pressure. Fensori plays it behind his own net, sends it up the ice. Now here's McCarthy with it across the red line. He tries to deke to the inside, loses the puck. That one goes off the boards. Tuck barely holds it in, sends it down low just to get cleared back down the ice by St. Cloud State. Here's Tuck with it. He sends it up to Wise. Wise cuts, makes a defender fall, holds, has it over by the faceoff dot, shot on, scores! Jake Wise in his 7th game of the year ties it up in the regional semifinal, and all of a sudden we're back to 2-2.
Yeah, Jake Wise, a guy who I feel like hasn't been talked about enough with this Terrier team. And you mentioned his injury struggles, but a real good fake out there, very patient with the puck, and is able to shelf it short side. Huge momentum booster for the Terriers to tie things up here.
Well, the Reading, Massachusetts native puts in his first goal of the season here in his junior season. Unfortunate, unable to get much playing time this year. And he's got to be ecstatic.
Just a timely play, too, from him. Albie said after last game, they learned about who could play in big games and who can't, and Wise there showing he can play in a big game. That type of effort.
And puck sent behind the net, played by Comesso. Fought for in the corner now by Weber. Picked up by St. Cloud State. They pass out in front and score! Passed out from behind the net and a high glove side shot. And that might have been Perbix again. No, it was Brodzinski. So Brodzinski from the faceoff dot. And now all of a sudden, St. Cloud State has put 3 goals on the board.
That's tough zone coverage there from BU, leaving Brodzinski alone in front. And just another one where if you're Comesso, it's tough to stop that one, point blank in the shot, just a quick one-timer or one-touch kind of snipe, and nothing he can really do to stop that one either.
And Comesso was in perfect defensive positioning or goaltending positioning to make the save, just couldn't get the glove on it. Terriers looking to get that one back. They cross into the neutral offensive zone. Shot goes wide. Now picked up in the defensive zone by Fensori. Skoog with it, looking for Cockrell open in the middle of the ice. Instead, gets it out to Fensori. Fensori passes it across. Shot on. Saved by Rennick. 3:25 remaining in the second period. Getting a view of some of the celebrations on the last two goals. St. Cloud State now leads 3-2. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back with NCAA Northeast Regional Hockey here on WTBU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gund. We have a 3-2 game after a goal-scoring explosion from these two teams in this second period. 5 total goals scored. We're getting a couple of replays here of said goals. The last one coming from Brodzinski. Face off in the St. Cloud State zone. 4 goals scored in the last 30 minutes and 46 seconds. Brodzinski with it. Looking to add to his total, but he loses the puck. Here come the Terriers. Master Simone splits the defenseman, falls over, gets right back up to pick up the puck in the corner, and that comes off. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second period. Terriers are going to need Master Simone to execute if they're going to end up winning this game. He's always been one of the emotional and physical leaders on this team. We'll see if he can get something going. Face off won by St. Cloud State. They'll clear it down the ice to Ferentz. Ferentz plays it up. Fensori loses an edge over to Wise, who dumps it in from the red line. Now picked up behind the net by Rennick. St. Cloud into the neutral zone. They'll have a 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Now picked up by Ferentz. He tries to clear it out. St. Cloud still with it. Shot on. Easy save for Comesso. Ferentz now clears it up to Wise. Wise skating with it. Back over to Ferentz. Ferentz tries to get it down the ice. That one deflected off a St. Cloud player. No icing. Kaufman attacking on the forecheck. Now here comes St. Cloud the other way. Slap shot on. Easy save for Comesso. Vlasic fighting for it. Gets it out to Skoog. Skoog passes it up to Cockrell. Cockrell skating into the offensive zone. Gets around a man. Gets hooked. No call. He gets a shot on. Vlasic picks up in the defensive zone. Now sends it over to Skoog. Off the boards to Vlasic. Over to McCarthy. Up to O'Brien. Skating into the zone. Trying to deke through 3 defenders is unsuccessful. Now Cockrell on the forecheck. Jarman chasing. Controlled by St. Cloud State. Out into the middle of the ice. Saved by Comesso. Here come the Terriers the other way. O'Brien with it. Holds. Passes across the ice. Shot on. Rebound. Saved by Rennick. O'Brien almost had a wide open net. And Jarman with it now in the Terrier zone. Minute 13 remaining in the second period. Still sitting at 3-2. Terriers get it out of their zone to Boguslavsky. Not a clean pass there, but it's controlled by the Terriers in the neutral zone. They'll dump it in directly onto Rennick, who's forced to cover with 56.6 remaining in this second period. Terriers trying to get a late one to try and tie this up going into the third. Terriers are 6-1 on the year when scoring first. They did that this game, getting put up 1-0 just 8 seconds into the second period on the goal from Wilmer Skoog. Face-off won by St. Cloud State. Now sent up into the neutral zone and blocked at the red line by the Terriers. Nifty move by Boguslavsky, but he's unable to control the puck. Now Fensori backs up to play defense, played behind the net by Comesso, 35 seconds to go. Now here comes Fensori, 26-20 the shots on here. Fensori loses the puck at the blue line, Tuck dumps it in, delayed offsides, and St. Cloud will control. It's Donahue with it. Donahue passes it all the way up the ice, but deflected off of multiple players. No icing there. Ferentz gets hit and sat down. McCarthy that was. There's a Bonnet with a good hit behind the net. Just 4 seconds remaining. Terriers will just clear this one out. And that will bring us to the end of the second period. St. Cloud State all of a sudden leads 3-2 after 5 goals get scored in the second period, 4 of them coming within 3 minutes and 46 seconds of each other. I'm Seth Hellman with Owen Gunn here on WTBU Sports. We'll take a quick 15 or so minute break, and we'll be back with third period action. Hello and welcome back to NCAA Regional Hockey here on WTBU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn here for third period action. St. Cloud State leads 3-2 after 5 goals were scored in the second period. 4 of which were scored within 3 minutes and 46 seconds of each other. Coach O'Connell said during the intermission that he was happy with how the team played, but he wanted to try and pull St. Cloud away from the net. He thought that St. Cloud's been doing a great job of defending immediately in front of the net, so he wants a little bit more offensive zone time to get them tired and offensive motion to try and pull them away from the net. Terriers win the opening faceoff, control in the corner, and we'll get a whistle. Boston University this year is 7-0-1 when trailing after the second period. This is a team that does not go away quietly, and that goes from the top down. Coach Albie O'Connell, in his third year with the Terriers, coaching in his first NCAA tournament game. They missed the tournament his first year as head coach. And of course, last year there was no tournament due to the pandemic. Face-off will happen to the right of St. Cloud State goaltender David Rennick. Face-off won by the Terriers. Shot goes wide. Played along the half wall by Brand. He gets it into the neutral zone. Now here comes St. Cloud with some speed. Shot on, glove down by Comesso. Rebound picked up by Skoog over to Cockrell. Now Cockrell hands off to Wise. Wise, bouncing shot goes wide over to Skoog now. Skoog tries to keep it in, picked up by St. Cloud State. Now here they come into the offensive zone. That's Brodzinski. Brodzinski skates it behind the net. Passed up to the blue line. Now shot on from the blue line. Saved by Comesso. The way he stood there for a second almost looked like he let that one slide 5-hole. But he was able to make the save. So it stays a 3-2 game.
Yeah, and Comesso, he's looked sharp throughout this game. It's really just some tough bounces, and as you mentioned, maybe some subpar play in front of the net that they got to clean up this period.
Face-off won by the Terriers in the defensive zone. Good job by Massimone there. Fensori took a spill directly into the wall and was slow getting up. Comesso with a sprawling save. Terriers playing with 4 skaters. Fensori crawled off, and that is not a good sign. He went headfirst into the wall and had to crawl off the ice. I don't know where he went. Terriers back with 5 skaters, and that could be big. Controlled by St. Cloud in the corner. This one dumped all the way in behind St. Cloud's net. Here comes St. Cloud the other way. Hit in the corner by Jarman. St. Cloud still controls, handing it off, faking a handoff to Perbix, and then dumping it further in. Now played behind the net by Cronulla. Cronulla with it again behind the net. He holds, being attacked by Campolito. Shot from the point, trickles through, saved by Comesso. 17:57 remaining. We're going to get a replay here. Fensori tried to make a hit, missed. Hit went face first into the boards, sat down on his skates looking very disappointed. All I saw were the backs of his skates when the door opened, and he crawled off, but he walked out into the locker room under his own power, so that's a good sign. But for the moment, the Terriers without one of their top two defensemen. Puck skates all the way down the ice to Comesso, who flings it off the boards, almost turns it over to Will Hammer. Fought for in the corner. Good job by Boguslavsky and Vlasic. Now McCarthy sends it over in the corner to Boguslavsky. They lose the puck out in front, saved by Comesso. Bad turnover there from the Terriers. Good job by Comesso to find it. Vlasic fights for it behind the net. Here's McCarthy. He's looking to start a breakout. That one goes, or excuse me, that was McCarthy. Tried to pass to Boguslavsky, who missed the puck. Now here come St. Cloud, but a great play by O'Brien to pick the puck off. And Skoog couldn't get control, was fishing for it off the boards. Looked like it got stuck somewhere. And we got a whistle. Have a face off in the neutral zone. As we're getting a replay of the one-timer from the slot and the save by Comesso. There's a lot of open net there. Skoog will take the face-off with Cockrell on his left and O'Brien on his right. So O'Brien shifts to that second line for now, at least, as Comesso makes a save. 5 shots on goal for St. Cloud, 0 for BU this period. Boston University, with an average age of 20.1, is the youngest team in the NCAA. Every single forward and defensive line had a change made to it since their last game. St. Cloud State, meanwhile, is the 12th oldest team in the NCAA. When it comes to college, I find it's better to have experience. Of course, younger players might have a little bit more energy than when you're talking in the age of 18 to 23 in some cases. There's not going to be much difference in athletic ability. Puck finds its way all the way down into the St. Cloud zone. Skoog with an off-angle shot. That one touched up by St. Cloud. I think we're going to get a penalty here. O'Brien is doubled over in the neutral zone, standing straight up now. Looked like he took a hit of some kind. And Brand looks like he might be headed into the penalty box. We're getting a review here. Oh, there was a hit on O'Brien directly to the head with the elbow of Brandt, and then O'Brien's head snaps back. So that's direct contact to the head. And with the Peterson 5-minute major earlier, I'd be surprised to see this be anything different unless they want to consider it incidental contact. But I thought that the elbow definitely pulled out some. Looks like it's going to be a short review here. Referees stepping out from the media and penalty boxes. Notes being taken by Boxman. Hit directly to the head is the call. Looks like we might have had a 5-minute major. It was tough to tell. The referee didn't hold it up and we will have a 5-minute major. So Chase Brand, the sophomore left wing from Nevis, Minnesota, gets a 5-minute major game misconduct penalty for a hit to the head on Jay O'Brien. And all of a sudden, the Terriers have a 5-minute opportunity here to try and tie this game up and find themselves in the lead. St. Cloud State wins the faceoff and clears. That one's played by Comesso, who almost loses the puck in front of the net. Here comes Ferentz, crosses the red line, immediately sends it back into his defensive zone. Terriers trying to create a rush. They're a little bit stagnant in the neutral zone. Zabane dumps it in. Rennick tried to play it, but it went by him. That one cleared down the ice again by St. Cloud State. 30 seconds have elapsed in the power play. We're 4 minutes into this third period. Ferentz skating it in, tries to go pass it to Skoog in front of the net. That one doesn't get through. And all of a sudden, we might have a shorthanded breakaway opportunity. And we're going to get a tripping call on Cockrell. And penalty shot, it looks like, will be called based off of the referee's signal. Not sure what else Cockrell was supposed to do on that. It wasn't necessarily even a bad pass there by Ferentz. Ferentz tried to get it into the middle of the ice, and it just trickled all the way out past the blue line as there was no one covering. A foot race ensued. St. Cloud State will have a huge penalty shot here with the chance to go up 2 goals with still over 4 minutes remaining on the major penalty. Being taken by Cronulla. Cronulla skates with it, goes out to the left, skates into the slot, shot, scores! No move there, just takes a wrist shot, goes under the glove of Comesso. St. Cloud takes a 2-goal lead with 15:42 remaining in the third period. And now the Terriers' task gets a little bit taller.
Yeah, great shot placement there from Cronulla, coming in nice and slow, waiting, picking the corner, and tough one for Comesso there. That's probably one that you would want back, but at the end of the day, good shot placement from Cronulla.
Face off tied up and won by St. Cloud. St. Cloud stays 7-1-0 when scoring 4+ goals this season. Here's Fensori with it. He crosses the blue line. Doesn't have much help. Finds Wise streaking into the zone. Saved by Rennick on the high wrist shot. Get a face off to the right of Rennick here with 15:23 remaining in the third period. Wise with his first goal of the year. When Yami Cronulla scores, the team is 8-1. Face-off controlled by St. Cloud State, fought for by Wise and Master Simone in the corner, but cleared. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the penalty. Terriers have a single power play goal. This one is shot in. Picked up by Tuck in the corner. Master Simone gets knocked down in the corner. Donahue chases, tries to clear it out. Good job by the Terriers to hold it in along the half wall. And that one squeaks past Fensori, who skates all the way back to his defensive zone. We get a whistle. And a pane of glass is broken in the corner in the St. Cloud State zone. Just a large piece that popped out on the hit. Big hit by Luke Tuck. Broke the glass. You don't see that one very often. And just a big old chunk fell out. And he broke the boards as well. There is a crack going down the board along the ESPN logo. I'm not sure what they're supposed to do about that.
Yeah, it's a weird situation where I don't really know if they've got the material to fix the board there, but a thunderous hit clearly if it's able to break the glass and the board there.
I don't think I've ever seen that in a hockey game. I've certainly seen the glass break. Excuse me. I've certainly seen the glass break on a hit. I mean, I think the most famous example of that is when Milan Lucic shattered the glass by sending an opposing player's head through the boards. Yep. But I don't think I've ever seen the board itself break. We're going to take a quick little pause here as they try and sort this out here on WTBU Sports, St. Cloud State leads 4-2. This long pause could be exactly what the Terriers need. They're on the power play for the next 3 minutes. We'll be back in a short bit. And we're back here on WTBU Sports with NCAA first round coverage. And if you weren't here about 30 to 45 seconds ago, Luke Tuck with a massive hit broke the boards. A large chunk of glass found its way out of the pane, and there is a crack extending down the wall in the corner of the Terrier offensive zone. They're working to fix it right now. As we mentioned before, I don't know that I've ever seen that in a hockey game.
It's certainly it's a weird play, and I don't know if it had more to. I'm sure it had more to do with the boards themselves and how they were structured than the actual thunder that Luke Tuck had behind that hit. But still, nonetheless, an not normal thing to see. And you mentioned the pause could have some sort of effect on BU and helping them regroup and get back in this.
The Terriers find themselves down 4-2 after being up 1-0, down 2-1, then tied 2-2. Bemidji State upset Wisconsin in the first round. They'll play UMass Amherst later today. The new glass has been put in, and I'm not sure what they're going to do about the boards. It looks like they're wheeling everything off, so they're just going to leave it. If they were going to change the board, you would think that they would have changed the board first and then changed the pane of glass, but maybe they just think that the structural integrity is good enough. The Women's Frozen Four Championship concluded with Wisconsin winning 2-1 in overtime.
It's a big upset. Northeastern is a Hockey East powerhouse, and we've been able to see them up close for a while. They were kind of viewed as like the Golden State Warriors of hockey. So big upset there for Wisconsin.
Terriers women's hockey team didn't make it very far this year. It was a bit of a disappointing season in that respect for them. Terrier men trying to have a different ending to their season. Down 2 with 14 and a half minutes to go. We're back playing. Cockrell has it. He dumps it into the zone. That's played by Zabane. There's just under 3 minutes remaining on the 5-minute major penalty. St. Cloud State clears it yet again. Zach Okabe is serving the penalty. Chase Brand was assessed the major penalty in game misconduct. Played behind the net by Comesso on a subsequent clearing attempt by St. Cloud State. Ferentz to Cockrell. Cockrell over the red line, passes it over the face of dot, one-timer, big rebound. Unable to put it home. Master Simone with it. He sends it down to Cockrell. Cockrell skates up, looks to shoot, does, deflects off of a defender. Cockrell has it, trying to fight with Skoog in the corner. Clearing attempt failed, picked up by Ferentz. Ferentz skates low, shot on. That one bounces up, gets punched out by St. Cloud State. And now with less than 2 minutes remaining on the power play, Cockrell will regroup in his defensive zone. He passes it to Master Simone, just along the red line. McCarthy will dump it in, played behind the net by Rennick. Rennick clears it up off of the bench. Intercepted in the neutral zone briefly, but picked up by Fensori. Minute and a half remaining. Now Wise with it. Deeks cross the offensive zone around a few guys. Shot on, saved, rebound, clearing attempt by Rennick. Fensori unable to handle it. St. Cloud gets it back and clears all the way down the ice. Comesso hands it off. Fensori falls over trying to pick up the puck, gets right back up. Wise hands it back to Fensori. Just over a minute remaining in the 5-minute major penalty. Terriers unable to get many good opportunities, and they've iced the puck with exactly a minute left in the power play. So Terriers special teams failing them a little bit tonight on the offensive side. .12:31 remaining in the third period. Face off won by Wise. McCarthy to Fensori, back to McCarthy. McCarthy skates across the red line, hands it off, loses the puck. St. Cloud clears all the way down the length of the ice. Here comes Fensori. He hands it back to Vlasic. Vlasic hands, or excuse me, Fensori, or no, that was McCarthy. Apologies. St. Cloud clears it back out into the neutral zone. Terriers unable to get anything going on this power play. Played by Rennick behind the net. Two Terriers trying to get the puck, unable to. St. Cloud clears yet again. And that'll probably kill off the rest of the penalty. Just 10 seconds remaining now. Ferentz tries to cut into the zone, loses the puck. We're going to have a breakaway. Deeks to the backhand, passes to the middle of the ice, saved by Comesso. Here come the Terriers the other way now. Penalty is up, so no goals on the 5-minute major, and they give up a goal on the penalty shot from Cronulla. St. Cloud controls in the Terrier zone. Terriers pick it up. That's Cockrell. Cockrell skating with it into the offensive zone. He does not want this to be his last career game. He sends a backhander on net, saved by Rennick. Logan Cockrell, senior captain of the Terriers. 11 games, 5 goals, 4 assists in this senior season. He has as many goals as he did points last year. In 103 today, his 104th career game. 19 points, 26 assists, and 19 goals, 26 assists for 45 total points. Face-off controlled by St. Cloud. Now Corsia with it, looking for a man, sends it up to Fensori at the point, takes a shot on. That one deflects wide. Vlasic pinches into the corner. Now he gets shut off, still controls the puck. Boguslavsky fighting for it, spins in a couple of circles, gets it out to Wise. Over to Corsia at the point. He takes a shot. That goes wide. Fensori with it. 10 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the period. Shot on, deflected by Wise. Pass into the front of the net. Fensori reaches for it. We're going to get a whistle here. And the net yet again comes off the mooring. Not sure who knocked it off.
BU needs to swing the momentum back in their favor here. St. Cloud doing a good job possessing the puck as they always been, and BU has just not really had an answer for St. Cloud since that penalty shot goal.
St. Cloud State is taking a timeout. 10:32 remaining in the third period, and Albie O'Connell was pretty happy with how the team had played after the second period. He thought they were playing a good brand of hockey. They just needed to get some more offensive opportunities. And, not much has changed this period when you think about it. Defensively, they haven't really let Comesso get exposed too much other than the penalty shot.
Yeah, I think
couldn't.
couple unfortunate goals there. I mean, you look at the first two, you have the pinball play, and then you have the play that deflects off two BU skaters. Then you have the third goal that's bad coverage in front of the net. So that's one you probably want to have back. But then the fourth goal, penalty shot, that's not really a penalty that's necessarily a bad one to take. I mean, he was probably going to score on that play if he hadn't gotten the penalty there. So I just overall BU is a combination of a lot of bad luck and some sloppiness that has put them in this spot right now.
Face off in the St. Cloud zone. St. Cloud center gets Warren. Kaufman fights for it, wins it back to Fensori. Fensori over to Ference, fakes a slap shot, goes for the backhand pass up to Tuck with the shot. That one gets blocked down. Tuck tries to shoot it again. That one blocked away. Back to Ference in the neutral zone. He hands it over to Fensori. Fensori tries to dump it in. That one gets deflected. Tuck fighting for it. Tuck gets it, dumps it from the red line. And that one deflects up and out of play. 10:07 remaining in the third period. St. Cloud State with 3 blocked shots this period, BU with none. It's not very common that BU gets out shot blocked. It's been the strength of this team all year long, but when you're not allowing many shots in general, that'll happen. St. Cloud State 32 face-off wins today, 24 for BU. Clearing attempt from the far blue line gets directly onto Comesso, who makes a save, freezes it with 10:01 remaining. Got to imagine Albie's hoping that his team can win a few more face-offs. And Master Simone gets stick on the puck, and St. Cloud State scores. Master Simone dove to try and get a stick on the puck, accidentally handed it directly to St. Cloud State. St. Cloud's, and then Comesso sprawls out, and a stick forces the puck past him, and Brodzinski puts it home and taunts the BU bench as he goes by. It went directly off of Brodzinski's skate. This one might come back. There is a definitive kicking motion towards the net. We need to see the replay from the other side, and I imagine this one's going to get reviewed. It all depends on whether or not Brodzinski's stick got it, or if McCarthy's stick got it on the dive following the kick. But there's a very clear kick from Brodzinski that put the puck towards the net. Now it's a question of, did it hit someone in between the kick? And it looks like he might have gotten his stick on it. It's very tough to tell. There's a stick that ended up lifting Comesso's right leg, and the puck ended up under it.
You're absolutely right. The more you look at it, it looks like it was a distinct kicking motion. I don't think that's the debate. The debate is whether either Brodzinski's stick or Case McCarthy's stick hits that puck before it goes into the net, because then it's not the kick that's knocking it in. So I think that's what's taking them some time to figure out here. They're looking at it from a bunch of different angles.
It looks to me as though the puck definitively changes direction. So from where Brodzinski was just outside the crease, and it looks like he kicks it towards the right post, but then the puck changes direction and ends up going perpendicular to the goal line. I'd be surprised if this one gets overturned based off of my knowledge of the rule.
Yeah, it looks like it had to have hit something on the way in, because as you mentioned, it looked like there was a directional change there. So looks like this one will probably stand.
Terriers will find themselves down 3 with half of the third period to go, and not that 2 goals felt like a surmountable deficit, but 3 certainly feels insurmountable at this point. Terriers just haven't been able to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. It's also just an issue where St. Cloud has controlled the play and had the puck in BU's end more than BU's had it in the St. Cloud end. So it's just not a situation. If you're going down three, it feels pretty insurmountable right now. Camesso's doing everything he can to keep this team in the game, but I mean, a play like that, just a tough bounce and tough to control, and then a guy driving the net, it's tough to really fault him on that one either. And there's been too many goals like that throughout this game.
You know, the one fault there on Comesso is that he did give up a rather large rebound, and that made him be extremely far out of position. He did get his right leg there. It's just that the stick of Brodzinski ends up under his leg.
And it looks like this one's going to stand here. Tough to overcome a 3-goal deficit with under 10 to go, but
And that goal will indeed stand, which means it's 5-2 St. Cloud State. And the death grip is slowly closing in on the Terriers' season. They've played outstanding all year long after a really disappointing 2019-2020 campaign. Players like David Ferentz taking a massive jump. Players like Jay O'Brien giving the team a much-needed offensive boost.
it's just too much to overcome what this St. Cloud team has done. We talked about it before we went on the air that they just have 3 lines that'll really kill you. They'll roll them all and they'll be just tough to play against. And BU hasn't had that depth, not today and not against UMass Lowell when we saw them play that game. It's been too big of an issue where BU hasn't had all their guys going in the game.
Top 3 lines for St. Cloud State, averaging over a point a game. Many of them averaging more than a point and a half, some averaging more than 2 per game. We'll take a quick little break here on WTBU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman with Owen Gunn. St. Cloud State leading Boston University 5-2 in the NCAA first round. We'll be back in a few. And we're back with NCAA hockey here on WTBU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn. St. Cloud State leads 5-2 over Boston University. Seems like this is going to be a tough lead to close. Cockrell, Skoog, and Zabane, the line for the Terriers right now. Face off won by St. Cloud State. They send it down to Fensori, who touches it up. We'll get another whistle with 9:45 remaining in the third period. Not sure what the call was there. And looks like they're doing another face-off of center ice. This one's controlled by Ferentz in the offensive zone, sends it in deep to Bogus Slavsky. That one finds its way to Cockrell, to Skoog, Excuse me, that was Zabane. Now Skoog with it. Zabane with it behind the net. He wheels it out in front. Shot on, goes wide. Cockrell chasing. Puck bounced behind, picked up by Skoog. Skoog with it. Holds, waits, hands it off to Ference. Shot on, blocked away. Good chance there from Cockrell. This one bounces all the way into the Terrier zone. Sorry with it. Loses the defender. Now here comes Ference. Ference gets it across the blue line, then loses the puck into the neutral zone. He sends it over to Vlasic. Vlasic sends it up to Cockrell. Back to Ference, to Vlasic. Vlasic over the red line, into the offensive zone, into the corner. Loses the puck briefly, fights for it still along the half wall. Now it's in the corner again with Loyola Chicago, or excuse me, St. Cloud State. Had the score from Loyola Chicago flash along the bottom of the screen as I made that call. Picked up in along the half wall here. Terriers diving for it. That one gets on net. Rennick, easy save for him. Boguslavsky tries to send out in front to McCarthy, who loses the puck. Here comes St. Cloud State. They will dump it into the far corner. Picked up by Vlasic. 8 minutes remaining in the period. He holds, waits, skates out in front, sends it up to Armstrong. Now St. Cloud with it in their own zone. Take it along into the neutral zone. Picked up in the defensive zone by Jarman. Jarman sends it off the glass. Chased by Tuck, picked up by Donahue. Donahue sends it further up the ice, but it's held in by BU. Now picked up by Cronulla, put the game at 4-2. Cronulla trying to skate to the puck. Picked up by Comesso in front of his net. He sends it over to the wall, held in on a good, strong play by Kupka. St. Cloud controls at the point, looking for a shot here. They send it wide, picked up by Fensori in the corner. This one finds its way out of the Terrier zone. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the third period. And puck controlled behind the net by the Terriers. Skoog has it. He sends it down the ice, gets called for an icing with 6:36 remaining. And ladies and gentlemen, get used to hearing my voice. We're having some technical difficulties on Owen's end. So we will most likely finish out this game with the majority of it being just me that you're hearing. Getting a replay shown here. Looks like something ended up. They're showing the replay of the goal that bounced up over the net. St. Cloud State 5, Boston University 2 with 6.5 minutes left in the third period. Terriers fighting for the puck in the corner. Skoog with it, hands it off to Campolito. Campolito trying to get it up to Cockrell. Cockrell over to Skoog. Skoog into the neutral zone, fighting off multiple defenders. That puck rings around the end boards. Now picked up behind the net by Wise. Tries to send out in front to Skoog, who gets it on net, but it's saved by Rennick. Skoog with a little bit of a shove for Andre Trable. Rennick, much of the reason why St. Cloud leads in this game, other reason why is the defense in front of him. Haven't been a lot of tough opportunities for him. Most of them have been pretty straight up. Terriers still doing the best they can, but 3 goals in 6 minutes is a difficult lead to come by. St. Cloud State sends it into the neutral zone. They control again in their offensive zone. That is now cleared all the way up the ice for an icing. 5:42 remaining. We'll get a face-off in the St. Cloud zone. That'll be O'Connell looking rather angry at Corsia, or confused as to something that happened near where Corsia was. Not sure if he's upset with the referees. Master Simone loses the face-off. That one cleared up out of play by St. Cloud State. Terriers losing in the face-off battle. That's not something that we are surprised to say in most of these games. Face-off controlled by St. Cloud State in the defensive zone. Now that one sends all the way down to Fensori in the defensive zone, cleared down the ice, touched up there by St. Cloud State, who dump it in from the far blue line. That one goes off of Comesso, deflects behind the net, played there by Okabe, held in at the blue line by St. Cloud State. That one bounces behind, just 5 minutes left in the period. Shot on, that one goes wide. Comesso tracking it up to the point, slap shot on, scores! St. Cloud increases the lead to 6-2 on a slap shot from the point with traffic in front. Owen's back. Owen, what did you see there?
Yeah, traffic in front. It was a shot from the left point, and it was a slap shot with a hard view for Comesso. But just if the wind wasn't already out of BU's sails, it is certainly now after a goal like that. That's the nail in the coffin, pretty much.
And it looked like it was bushy at the point, and then deflected in by Miettinen. Not sure 100% about that. Miettinen is the one being celebrated as the goal scorer, so I'm confident that he's the one who ended up putting the puck in the net.
It was a tough one for Comesso to read. It looked like it got redirected in some point and just got below the glove there of Comesso.
Yeah, and it hit Comesso in the thumb of his glove. And he just was unable to get enough of a piece of it to keep it out of the net.
You just see the dejection on the BU bench. Expectations so high for this team. They had a lot of injured guys that were all or almost all of them were back for the NCAA tournament and just unable to generate much of anything this third period against St. Cloud, and that's been the difference.
Terriers put together a really strong season this year. They ended up 10-4-1. That was the fourth fewest games played in Division I. There wasn't much they could do about that. It was out of their hands. The bright side for the Terriers, 67% of their points this year came from underclassmen. So the Terriers should be set to be good for a while. I don't think many of their underclassmen will be leaving anytime soon for the NHL. O'Brien certainly has made the case this year. There's a question as to whether or not the Flyers will want him to come up. Robert Mastrosimone, the Detroit Red Wings product, I imagine he will stay at BU for at least another year.
I think of all the underclassmen and I do think Mastrosimone is going to stay, but of all the underclassmen, he's probably the most likely to sign, I would say.
I would agree, given the state of Detroit, though there's not exactly a rush to get him up right now, right? I mean, no. It's not like Detroit needs that one extra piece. They're in a full rebuild. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Of course, Philly doesn't exactly need much help right now. They're tending to the ice. There's a bit of a messy bit that they're dealing with next to one of the blue lines.
Well, the Flyers have struggled a lot recently, like just in terms of defending. I don't know if Jay O'Brien could help there, but they have been struggling quite a bit. But I bet you he comes back. A guy I'm looking at is Alex Vlasic. He might sign with Chicago. I'd say of the underclass defensemen, he's probably the most likely to go. But I think all the underclassmen defensemen stay, and a stronger returns for this BU team, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty accurate assessment. I think the only, of course, David Ferentz being a senior is definitely going to hurt. I mean, he's been far and away the best player on the Terriers all year long. So that's going to leave quite the hole in the Terriers' back end. Face off at center ice. The two Terriers collide with each other. That was Cockrell and somebody else, and they lose the puck. St. Cloud clears it all the way behind the net. That's played by Comesso. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this game. Skoog plays it behind the net, feathers it up along the half wall to Cockrell, to Wise. Wise chasing. Back to Vlasic behind the net, up to Cockrell. Cockrell loses it, gloved down by Vlasic. Vlasic still unable to get it out of the zone. St. Cloud controls. In Skoog skates. Now it's picked up by McCarthy. McCarthy holds, spins, sends it up. Over to Skoog again. Skoog holds, sends it over to Vlasic. Vlasic waits in the defensive zone. He sends it off to his fellow D-man McCarthy, who sends it up the ice. And it looks like that one deflected up and out of play with 3:53 remaining in the third period. St. Cloud State likely winning this game. They'll go on to meet Boston College, who was the number one team in the country for much of the year. They're the number one team in this region. We'll take a quick break. I'm Seth Hellman with Owen Gunn for WTVU Sports. St. Cloud State leads Boston University 6-2. We'll be back in a moment. And we are back with Boston University Terriers hockey here on WTVU Sports. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn. St. Cloud State leading 6-2 in the third period. And you look back at BU's history since 1992 in the regional, they have been the 3 seed 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5 times. They are 1 and 4 so far. Today's loss, if it holds the current score, would make them 1 and 5 as a 3 seed in the NCAA Men's Hockey Championship. This one's controlled by Ferentz in the defensive zone, playing his last collegiate game in all likelihood. Kaufman clears it from the red line. That one played behind the net by Rennick. Up to Ferentz, who takes a slap shot saved by Rennick through traffic. Boguslavsky into the corner, trying to fight for it. Kaufman comes out with it. Kaufman skating with it. He gets held along the end boards. Into the corner. That one's sent behind the net. St. Cloud controlling, try and clear it out. Ferentz holds it in at the point, takes a shot on, saved by Rennick. Fenstori holds it in at the point. He sends it back down in deep. Armstrong with a light little shove there. Now Master Simone picks off the puck in the neutral zone. That one bounces back out of the offensive zone to Ferentz, over to Master Simone. Master Simone wheels around, holds it at the blue line, sends it across into the middle of the ice, intercepted by St. Cloud State, who dump it all the way down the ice. Played by Vlasic, hands it off to Ferentz. 2:30 remaining in the game. They dump it in, that one held in at the blue line by St. Cloud State. They control, bounce it off of the glass, but we get a whistle. Imagine that's for an offsides.
And you hope BU will close out the game. We've given some of their seniors the last shift out on the ice. Not the way they wanted things to end, but at least let them close things out with a good hard shift.
Yeah, and only 3 seniors in the lineup today: Logan Cockrell, Max Kaufman, Joseph Campolito, and David Ferentz. So there's actually 4. St. Cloud controls behind the net with 2 minutes remaining. Logan Cockrell will finish with 104 games in his BU career, 45 points. Max Kaufman will finish with 109 games. He had 8 points this year, a goal and 7 assists. St. Cloud controls in the neutral zone. 43 points in Kaufman's career. David Ferentz ends up 10 games this year, 5 goals, 11 assists. He'll play 113 games in his BU career, 26 goals, 62 assists, 88 points. As we get 2 offsetting minor penalties, Tuck and Jaycox into the penalty boxes, and they continue to chirp at each other with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining in this third period. And lastly, Joseph Campolito played in 97 games in his BU career, didn't record a single point this season, had 13 career points, 3 goals, 10 assists. We'll finish this game with 4-on-4 hockey. St. Cloud State controls in their office zone, picked off by Cockrell, shoots, saved by Rennick. Cockrell looking to add 1 more goal to his total. He's got 5 goals this year. He's 1 point away from double-digit points on the season. Face-off won by St. Cloud State in their own zone. This one cleared out, picked up by Fensori. Fensori skates with it, 1:25 remaining, leaves it on the red line, or excuse me, on the goal line. Hand it off to Ferentz. Ferentz, clean zone entry, shot on, saved by Rennick. Picked up by Ferentz. Ferentz sent it in the middle of the ice to Wise, who's unable to cleanly pick it up to get a shot on. Now Ferentz picks it up at the point. He tries to send it low to Wise. Fensori with a nifty play to keep it in, hands it down low to Wise. Wise skates with it, goes behind the net, tries the wraparound, hands it off to Ferentz. Saved by Rennick. 54.5 seconds left in the third period. And a defeated David Ferentz takes the long, slow skate to the bench. You imagine that is the last time we'll see him on the ice in a Boston University uniform. Master Simone ties up the faceoff. St. Cloud State controls. Into the neutral zone, they dump it in from just behind the red line. Now picked up by Canala. He's hit in the corner. He tries to send it out in the middle of the ice. It's intercepted. Here comes Master Simone. Hands it off to Cockrell. Cockrell crosses the blue line. Gets around the guys. Tries to get one in. Saved by Rennick. Few good opportunities here for Cockrell at the end of the game. Senior captain for the Terriers, and he sits there on a knee. Got to believe the Terriers had a decent chance of winning this game as Cockrell takes his final skate back to the bench. Cockrell will end up in the Islanders organization. Moving forward, he grabs his head, puts his face down directly onto the boards. Ferentz is back out on the ice. Delayed offsides here, 20 seconds remaining. And Cockrell really just did everything he could this year. Was a great leader for the team. Worked hard. Unfortunately, his season a lot shorter than he would like. Get a whistle with 4.5 seconds remaining in the third.
Yeah, it's just tough to see these guys go out this way. They've given so much to the BU program, and not the performance that they wanted. A good start to the game, but a tough third period.
And we'll be 4-on-3 for the last 4.5 seconds. Referees call the penalty. Some stunned Terrier players looking on. Blowouts definitely hurt, and hurt even more when it's the last game of your career. Shot from Ferentz, saved by Rennick. Clock expires, and that will do it. St. Cloud State University beats BU 6-2 in the NCAA Northeast Regional first round. And that will end the Terriers season. St. Cloud State will face Boston College tomorrow at 5:30. And that will do it for this season as the Terrier players give Comesso his well-deserved head taps. He did everything he could to keep them in this game.
And hopefully there's more to come from Comesso and this pool of guys going back besides the four seniors. Hopefully they can get a bunch of guys back, and those guys I'm sure will sit on this loss for what will feel like a long off season, and they'll come back with a chip on their shoulder, I'm sure.
Just not enough offensive firepower today for the Terriers. They lose 6-2 to St. Cloud State. I'm Seth Hellman, joined by Owen Gunn here on WTBU Sports. Thank you for joining us all season long. We will see you late next fall for more Boston University Terriers hockey. Have a great weekend, everybody.